When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space or out your mind?
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Ready? Black, what you got?
Mike 58, right there.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Wait. Let him go.
On play action, Winston. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
That's the score. Steelers 7, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 70 in. Go. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Get in the white room.
54's Mike.
2nd and 10. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
Set, 18 Gator. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Switzer. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
He finds Pirine out of the backfield. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Slam.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down throw for Winston. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready? Black 22. Ready? Let's go.
From the red zone now, Winston. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Winston now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Box trap. 55. Yeah, go.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Colts.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll set up to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
First down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Well, this is caught by Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. 17-0 our score after 1. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Bound to lose one. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Set, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. This one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Red
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Ready! Come on, guys, 55. Watch the run. Bravo! Number five, watch number 5.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Colts.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he steps away. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right, get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one is going.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. Can fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man is Switzer, complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. To the air again with Winston. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. Now Winston on 4th down. Able to find Switzer. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Charlie.
They'll drop the throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. Around the NFL, they're in the second in Philly. And that's now a 2-touchdown game as the Eagles have scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Off the play fake, Winston sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Winston. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Switch up, switch up.
2nd and 6. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Following the interception, Winston rolling to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Check. Watch 54, watch 54. It's our time. This is our time, guys. This is our time.
Now Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Winston to throw for it on 4th. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Ready? Flag. 54 Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
1st down, Winston. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Komoko Toure. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Come on, D.
Throwing, Winston. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Steelers 31, Colts 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
At the 24-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
60 Pittsburgh. Orbit. Check mine. Watch it. Ready.
Back to throw here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Switzer on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They might have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is taken in at the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
2nd and 3. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
You ain't got nothing.
Wait. Echo. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Play action now. Winston. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
H3, 218, chopper, go!
They'll run here with Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 40-yard line.
Let's go,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the screen. 61. Matchbox. Light. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Here we go. 57 to Indy. In your face.
Right back to him on 1st down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Ready. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch the slant. Buzz.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer. Now the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Makes the score Steelers 45, Colts 13. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 53 yards. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
Jameis to throw it. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game as his guys continue to pour it on.
Touchdown, Steelers.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Steelers 52, Colts 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Blue dot Porkers. Blue dot Porkers.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to launch it for Washington. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2. Yep. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, one thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd and 5. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Red 60 out fly. Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's complete to Williams. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. On the NFL scoreboard, fourth quarter now at Soldier Field. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. A win would be their second on the young season. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Winston here to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Let him go.
Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.